name is Vincent, and I will be doing an in-cab inspection as well as inspecting the outside of the vehicle. Before you step into the vehicle, you got to make sure you have 3 points of contact, which will be 2 hands and 1 foot, or 2 feet and 1 hand, getting in or out. If you don't do that, it's an automatic fail on your test. I'm going to start my in-cab inspection. First would be my safety belt. It's properly mounted and secured, not ripped or frayed and adjusted to me. My emergency equipment is properly mounted and secured. I have 3 electrical fuses or a circuit breaker if equipped, 3 reflective triangles, 1 fully charged ABC fire extinguisher. Now I'm going to do a safe start. I'm going to make sure my parking brake is out, vehicle in neutral. Turn it to the on position and watch my gauges reset. The ABS light should come on and go off. If it does not go off, then my ABS brakes needs to be serviced. I'm going to turn the vehicle all the way over. With the engine running, I'm going to check all my gauges to make sure that they are properly mounted and secured and climb into proper operating range with no warning lights. My temperature gauge is in an operating range of 180 to 200 degrees. My oil pressure gauge is in an operating range of 20 to 60 psi. My voltmeter reads between 12 to 14 volts. My air pressure gauge is building to a governor shutoff of 120 to 140 psi. My light indicators will be next. That would be my left blinker, right blinker, 4-way flashers, high beams are properly working. My city and highway horn is properly mounted and secured and working properly. My heat and defrost is properly mounted and secured and working properly. My mirrors are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, adjusted to me. My windshield is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, and has no illegal stickers. My windshield wiper blades and arms are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, and they are not frayed. My windshield wiper fluid is properly mounted and secured and filled to manufacturer specification. Now I'm going to do a parking brake check. I'm going to demonstrate the parking brake will hold the vehicle while gently moving forward. So make sure your parking brake valve is out, vehicle in drive, and accelerate a little bit. Next will be my service brake check. While moving forward, the vehicle should not pull from left to right when a brake is applied. If it does pull from left to right, then your brakes needs to be adjusted. Push your parking brake valve in, accelerate. Next will be my air brake check. I'm going to let my air pressure build back up to a governor shutoff of 120 to 140 psi and wait for a pop sound. There goes the pop sound. So I'm going to turn the vehicle off, turn it back to the on position. And while holding steady pressure to my brake, I should not lose no more than 3 psi in 1 minute. The instructor will let you know when your minute is up. I will start fanning my brakes and my low pressure light and buzzer should come on before it drops below 55 psi. There go my light and buzzer. I'm going to continue to fan my brakes and my parking brake valve should pop out at 40 psi or manufacturer specification. This concludes my in-cab inspection. Put your vehicle in neutral, turn the key over, step outside the vehicle. On the outside of the vehicle, I'm now going to check all my lights around the vehicle to make sure that they are properly mounted and secured. Not cracked, broken, or damaged. Clean. You got clear in the front, red in the rear, amber everywhere else. Your clearance lights are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, amber in color. Four-way flashers are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, amber in color. Your headlights are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, clear in color. Four-way flasher is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, amber in color. Clearance light is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, clear in color. Amber in color, sorry. Clearance light, properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, amber in color. Reflector is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, amber in color. Clearance light is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, red in color. Reflector is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, red in color. My clearance lights are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, red in color. Four-way flashers are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, red in color. My reflectors are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, red in color. My DOT reflective tape is properly mounted and secured. It's clean, not damaged or missing, and it covers 20% of the vehicle. My license plate light is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, clear in color. My clearance light is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, red in color. My reflector is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, red in color. Clearance light is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, amber in color. My reflector is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, amber in color. Clearance light is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, amber in color. Four-way flasher is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, amber in color. My high beams are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, clear in color. Left turn signal is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, amber in color. Left turn signal, properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, amber in color. Left turn signal, properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, red in color. Marker light, properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, amber in color. Marker light, properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, amber in color. Cut them all the way off. Left turn signal, properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. Right turn signal, properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, amber in color. Right turn signal, properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, amber in color. Right turn signal, properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, clean, red in color. At this part, you will ask the instructor to watch your brake lights while you'll go apply pressure to the brakes, which she will give you a thumbs up, and you cut the vehicle off. Oh, and you have to make sure that you turn off all your lights and your right turn signal, because if you don't, then you're going to lose points. All right, next, I'm looking underneath the front of my vehicle to make sure there's no leaks. I'm also looking to make sure my vehicle is not leaning from left to right, which will indicate a damaged shock or spring. Come on the right side of the vehicle. First thing you're gonna look at is your hoses and belts. It's properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, no leaks. The belt is not frayed. The belt should not have no more than 3/4 inch play when you push the center. My coolant reservoir is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, no leaks, and is filled to manufacturer specification. My alternator is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. There's no bare or frayed wires. It's belt driven. The belt is not frayed, and it should not have no more than 3/4 inch play when you push the center. Your water pump is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, no leaks. It's belt driven. The belt is not frayed. Come to the other side of the vehicle. My air compressor is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, no leaks. It's gear driven. My power steering pump, power steering reservoir, hoses, and gearbox is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, no leaks. It's filled to manufacturer specification and is gear driven. The steering shaft should not have no more than 1 inch play when twisted by hand. Steering knuckle, pitman arm, drag link, tie rod, 3 calcium nuts, 3 cotter pins are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. The 3 calcium nuts and 3 cotter pins are not missing or loose. My shock is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, no leaks. My springs are properly mounted and secured. They're not cracked, damaged, or broken. They're not shifted or missing. My spring mounts, front, center, and rear are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. My U-bolts are properly mounted and secured. They're not missing or loose. My brake hose and line is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, no leaks or frayed. My brake chamber is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, no leaks. There's no missing parts. The clamp is not missing or loose. The slack adjuster and push rod is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. There's no loose or missing parts. When pulled by hand, the push rod should not have no more than 1 inch play when the brakes are released. My drums and linings are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. It has no illegal welds. The linings has no oil or grease on them, and they're not worn dangerously thin. My tire is properly mounted and secured. There's no cracks, cuts, bulges, or uneven wear. It's filled to manufacturer specification of 105 PSI. You check that with an air pressure gauge. The tread depth on the front tire should not be no lower than 4/32 of an inch on the front tires. My rim is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. It has no illegal welds outside or in. My valve stem and cap is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, no leaks. My lug nuts are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. There's no rust, shiny threads, or oblong holes which would indicate looseness. My hub seal is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, no leaks, and is filled to manufacturer specification. I would check the right side of the vehicle the same way I just checked the left. Next will be my mirrors. Are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. They're clean and adjusted to me. My door and door hinges are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. The door opens and closes properly. My hinges are secured. The weather strip is intact. There is no missing or loose parts. My steps are securely bolted. There's no broken welds. It's free of loose objects and able to hold my weight. My fuel cap, fuel tank, and straps are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, no leaks. The cap is hand tight. My header board is properly mounted and secured. There's no cracks, holes, or bulges. There's no missing rivets, and it's strong enough to carry my cargo. My frame and cross members are properly mounted and secured. There's no cracks, broken welds, or holes in the floor, or any other damage to the frame or cross members. No holes in the floor. Come on this side. See your exhaust is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. There's no loose or missing clamps. There's no sign of rust or soot, which will indicate looseness. And there's no leaks. Your drive shaft is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, and is free of foreign objects. Your torque arm is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. There's no loose or missing parts. Next will be your shock. You'll probably have a better view of it in the back, but your shock is properly mounted and secured. It's not cracked, damaged, or broken, no leaks. My springs are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. They're not shifted or missing. My spring mounts, front, center, and rear, are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. The rear has an airbag and is not leaking or frayed. There's your airbag. Next will be my hoses and brake lines and hose, sorry. It's properly mounted and secured. It's not cracked, damaged, or broken. No leaks or frayed. The brake chamber is properly mounted and secured. Not cracked, damaged, or broken. No leaks. There's no loose or missing parts. The clamp is not missing or loose. The slack adjuster and push rod is properly mounted and secured. Not cracked, damaged, or broken. There's no missing parts. When pulled by hand, the push rod should not have no more than 1-inch play when the brakes are released. My drums and linings are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. It has no illegal welds. The linings has no oil and grease, and they're not worn dangerously thin. My tire is properly mounted and secured. There's no cracks, cuts, bulges, or uneven wear. It's filled to manufacturer specification of 105 PSI. You check that with an air pressure gauge. The tread depth on the rear tire should not be no lower than 2/32 of an inch on the rear tires. The rear tires also have bud spacings, so it's free of foreign objects. Next will be my rim. It's properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. There's no illegal welds outside or in. My valve stem and cap is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, no leaks. My lug nuts are properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. There is no rust, shiny threads, or oblong holes which will indicate looseness. My axle seal is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken, no leaks, and is filled to manufacturer specification. My mud flap is properly mounted and secured. It's not cracked or damaged and dragging the ground. I would check the right side of my vehicle the same way I just checked the left. Next will be my lift gate. Support frame and all of the parts is properly mounted and secured. It's fully raised, operates correctly, and there's no damage, missing, or leaking parts. My door is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, damaged, or broken. It opens and closes properly. It also latches properly. I would also check the right side of my vehicle the same way I checked the left. And that concludes my inspection.